Hey guys, today we're talking about key signatures that use the high third finger pattern on violin. If you're new to key signatures, you might want to check out my other videos, which I've linked below. Otherwise, have your instrument tuned up and handy so you can play along. Before we jump in with the finger patterns, let's review what you probably already know about key signatures. We always put sharps or flats in the same order so we can tell at a glance which ones we need. This is the key to knowing which notes to play. So if there's one sharp, it's always F. If there are two sharps, they're always F and C. See if you can say them all in order with me. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. It helps if you can memorize these, but if this is new to you, it's okay. You'll catch on as we go. Let's start on the G string. The basic notes are A, B, and C. By the way, these all happen to be natural notes, no sharps so far. Play them with me. You'll hear 4 clicks to set the tempo. I hope you made sure to place your second and third fingers really close together for the half step from B to C. It helps to keep your wrist down and place your fingers on their tips so the knuckles are square, not sloped. Feel free to pause the video to practice this pattern with good technique and intonation. But if you're all set, let's go on. If you've never played high third finger on the G string before, let's take a moment to find it. Slide your third finger a half step toward the bridge. It should be between your third and fourth finger tapes if you have them. It should sound like this. See if you can match this pitch on your instrument. This note is C sharp. As we build up to it from first finger, notice that now we have whole steps between all of the fingers. Try it with me. Now let's move the sharp symbol to the key signature. Remember, C sharp is always the second sharp, so we need at least 2 sharps in the key signature. Even though the sharp is in the third space, all C's will be sharp, even the one on the G string. Let's play this pattern one more time. It should sound the same as it just did. Let's do a few more examples on the G string. Pay attention to the key signature. If you see 2 or more sharps, use high 3 for C sharp. If you see 1 sharp, any flats, or even nothing at all, use regular 3 for C natural. In the last example, it's a good idea to use fourth finger to play D so you avoid crossing strings. Make sure to place your pinky on its tip so the third finger can get as close as possible for the half step. Let's try it one more time to check your finger shape and intonation. All right, let's move on to the D string. The basic notes are E, F sharp, and G. As we play these notes, test your third finger with open string G. They should match. If not, you may need to adjust your finger. Now let's try that with G sharp. If we have 3 sharps in the key signature, all F's, C's, and G's will be sharp. We were already playing F sharp, but now we need to use high third finger for G sharp. Okay, now watch the key signature for the next examples. If there are 3 or more sharps, you'll need high third finger for G sharp. If there are fewer than 3 sharps, you'll use G natural. Did you remember to use fourth finger in that last example? If not, go back and try it again. It might help to practice tapping the fourth finger on its tip with your wrist straight and pinky curved. As long as you're using good technique, playing fourth finger will start to feel easy. But let's move on to the A string. The basic notes are B, C sharp, and D. This time, as you play third finger, listen for a ringing sound. If your finger perfectly matches open D, it will resonate and you'll hear it ring. To make the D a D sharp, we'll need 4 sharps in the key signature: F, C, G, and D. This time the sharp happens to be on the same line as the note we're playing, but remember that all Ds will be sharp. That means we wouldn't be able to use open D, but we'll talk about that in a later video. Let's just play this pattern with high third finger D sharp. So remember, in order to use high third finger D sharp, there need to be 4 or more sharps in the key signature. If there are fewer than 4 sharps, use D natural. Great! I hope you're paying attention to the whole step and half step patterns as you play. That's what allows you to sound in tune. And of course you should be using fourth finger to avoid string crossings. But hey, only one string left, the E string. The basic notes are F sharp, G sharp, and A. Let's play that pattern listening for the ringing tone with open A. If we want to play high third finger A sharp, we'll need at least 5 sharps in the key signature: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. Let's try it. All right, time to level up. We've played high 3 on all 4 strings, but only one string at a time, and we didn't use any low 2s. Now let's really challenge you by crossing strings and reviewing some other finger patterns. Make sure to look at the key signature before you play each exercise. All right, that's it. Now you know how to apply key signatures using high third finger on all 4 strings. If those last few were challenging, go back and try them again. Otherwise, look for pieces with lots of sharps to keep practicing these patterns. Make sure you check your key signature, Know what notes you're supposed to play, know how they should sound, and pay attention to how it feels to play correctly. With a bit of practice and attention to detail, you are definitely going to level up. Keep playing pretty.